Hello, world. How are you doing today? Got a day off? Well, so I'm on 4 on, 4 off now. 12-hour shifts, 4 12-hour shifts. So they treat it as one shift. I like to pretend I'm on an oil rig or something. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So getting a little bit of spare time, even though there's probably lots of things I should do to make a video. But I think it's time to make a video because I think I'm pretty damn sure what the fifth bowl of wrath that gets poured out at the fifth trumpet time, coming up to it now. Well, 2033 will be the peak of it. So we'll get to definitely see the effects of it. Will be hitting us, I would say, 2028. And well, we're still now at the end of 2024. But I think it's clear what this fifth bowl of wrath will be that gets poured onto the seat of the beast. Whereas the previous ones were poured onto like the land and the sea and the rivers and the sun, different things like that. This fifth one's getting poured on the seat of the beast, the throne of the beast's power, in a sense. And so I always thought that, well, that could be then a good thing for the majority of us because, yeah. And so, right, so it's clear to me that this is AI and how it's going to rupture the current situation is any knowledge-based job, occupation, lawyer, accountants, psychologists, even doctors to a certain degree. The knowledge-based job that's reliant on the accountant knowing all the rules and things like that, and the lawyer knowing all the laws, can be replaced with AI. Just piece of cake. Psychologists, it's all knowledge-based. So you could have you could have second opinion AIs. So you could have an AI that gives you what Jung's perspective is and what his conclusion would be. And then you could have Freud as well, just in a blink of an eye. Easy as that. And all these jobs tend to be quite well paid. The people who do the jobs have had to train and go to university and everything else. And they'll just be easily replaceable with AI. Now, they're obviously going to fight to prevent that from happening, which is why it might take a few more years. But we'll basically get to a point where the only jobs that need doing by a human is going to be physical ones that require some skill and stuff that a robot can't do yet. And, that costs money and everything and maintenance and, not like AI. AI can make itself. And that's the next thing that it would start doing, start designing a robot that can do these things. So we could get to the point where we're basically all on, none of us have any jobs, and we're all kind of just getting a government payout, so you can get enough food and you can have a roof over your head. And that, that's going to massively impact society. For a lot of people, could be quite nice. Then you just do all the things yourself. You do your own gardening, you do your own decorating, do your own house maintenance. And, people enjoy that type of work, and especially when you're doing it for yourself. It's even better. So if you've got, all that time in the world, you can really take your time with it, enjoy it a lot more. So, I always felt there that fifth bowl of wrath sounded like it could be a good thing. Well, I heard the Pope's opened the abyss or something. My son just told me yesterday. The stuff about the plague of locusts that look like horses, still got some work to discover what that's about. I think they could be some minuscule insects or something that could end up being a problem. The way we're seriously killing off the insects now, massively. It could be with that anyway. The next thing I wanted to talk about on this video, which I don't want to drag out too much, I hit quite a massive new sort of boundary that I haven't been to before, like in regards to connecting with my soul. And as I'd always suspected, some things you can't do without your soulmate. So even though I haven't seen, spoken to, heard from physically my soulmate for a long time, years, every couple of months, say, kind of get quite a strong connection. And the last time that happened, I was doing a good meditation, and I felt a new way to feel our hearts kind of together. So, and when I say our hearts, I mean the core of our soul. So where it's complicated, right? So, so we're living here in this physical world. We've got this physical body, and that's our tool for experiencing things, right? So, but the main part of us is our soul, which isn't even in this universe. It's in a younger universe, which is through the center of this Milky Way galaxy, which is our mother and father God, essentially. And the universe within is our mother and father God's universe. This universe is our mother and father God's mother and father. And all the galaxies are the brothers and sisters of our mother and father God. So this Milky Way galaxy is our mother, father God's. And there's a black hole at the center. And when that was formed, a new universe was formed within. And so if you were to travel into that universe, there would be just as many galaxies as there are in this universe, but much, much younger, like 10 billion years younger. So whatever these galaxies were like 10 billion years ago, that's what these galaxies are like. And these galaxies in this universe, this younger universe, is us. That's us. That's your actual real thing that you've got. That makes you a member of the tree of life. That can't be taken away. That is your possession. That's the word I was looking for. That is your only and true possession. You are a galaxy that will one day, 10 billion years' time, so roundabouts, 6, whatever, will be able to create a universe of itself, and you will be God of that universe. So this is how it is. So the other day in meditation, I was connecting strongly with my soulmate at heart level and with God. And so the part of the endocrine system for the heart is the adrenaline glands, and there's two glands here. But there's a sort of this toroidal, toroidal force. So it creates a sort of a sphere, if you like, inside here. So in that sphere, that's where you're sort of feeling your soul. So without this endocrine system within our bodies, physical bodies, we wouldn't be able to feel our soul, right? So that's what the endocrine system is for, and everything attacks it, right? But if you've got a working one, your adrenal glands become this center area. And so what I felt then was, rather than feeling stuff in the center, at this point I felt this area on top, if you like, on top of the circle. If we flatten the sphere into a circle, 2D circle, at the top here. And you know that bit of a black hole that they call the event horizon, where they say you can actually get a glimpse of what's within, whether they believe it's a wormhole or whatever. I'm saying it's a younger universe within there. And that's where you can get a glimpse. And so I was feeling like I was really getting a glimpse through to feeling, mainly it's a feeling thing by this stage. And feeling that and when I say feeling, I don't mean I'm not sure it's an iffy thing. I mean I'm feeling it, right? I'm knowing it. I'm feeling it. And so I could feel like, our true possession in this new universe. And so that was a breakthrough. That was, yeah. So yeah, it was a breakthrough. So I'm still, I'm still getting breakthroughs, but it's sort of, it's not so often because I can't spend the time meditating that I once did, and nor do I want to, because I did get to a point where I had satisfied my curiosity onto the sort of the big ideas, the big picture, and I'm quite happy just filling in the details. And I quite like work in a way because I mean, if I ran my own business, there's no way I'd get up at 4:30, start working at 6 and finish at 6 in the evening. There's no way I could force myself to do that, I don't think, unless I was really enjoying it. But when you've got work, you've got to be at work. And, although you don't want to the night before, you've got to do it, so you do it. And then when you're finished, you feel great and it's done. And then you get your time off or whatever. And then, quite sometimes I feel like, yeah, I've had enough time off, to be honest. Like I said, there's always more I could do. I could always clean the house more and stuff, but there we go. You got to be happy. Yeah. And remind yourself it's always now, because you can get locked in this thing where you're always thinking about, oh, when's my day off? And you end up like spoiling, and then it seems to reflect. So when you do have your days off, then you're just thinking about when you're going to be at work, which is stupid. So yeah, remember that. Good advice. I need, we all need it. We all need it. Okay, that was the main the main things. I mean, the politics at the moment are just crazy. It's Syria things. Obviously, Biden's last whirl. I did mean to check if in the Bible if that one where it says he's got short time. Biden was saying we got so much time, we can do so much in these last few months. Well, Syria was obviously on the agenda there. They're making it sound great that Assad has gone, but all these other he was known as the one who could protect all these other groups, like the Jewish groups that live there, Christian groups that live there, and so it's not good. I haven't heard from Syrian girl yet. She did hear from her a little bit before, when there was just rumours that Assad had gone to Russia, and she was like, "That's just propaganda. He'll never leave." So I'm waiting to hear what she's saying on it. Interesting thing in Romania that hasn't had a lot of coverage, and that was this new political party, and they'd spent no money, had just been doing stuff on social media. And in the first round of elections, they were in the lead. Like they were on 22 or something. The next one was on 20. It just came from nowhere. And then this guy's being interviewed, and he's saying all stuff about God, and that's what we should be working for. This is God's land. We shouldn't be sort of servants to Europe or America or anybody else. Really good. And then what have Romania done? They've annulled it, blamed it on outside interference, apparently subliminal ads. But we've obviously had absolutely no sort of clarification, evidence, or anything else like that. They just didn't like the idea, so they annulled it. Well, that's democracy in the 21st century. Yeah, right. Are we just waiting for Trump to get in? Really, luckily, he's already seems to be wielding some power. Oh, we're not that far away. Fingers crossed. All goes well. I did check because I wonder if Trump is this angel mentioned in the Revelations who will reap. There's a golden hair angel. I don't think it says hair, but it refers to the colour. It leads you to believe it's a blonde angel. Reap. And I wanted to check, if it said this angel will then come back again, but it doesn't. It's quite specific. There is another angel, another golden-haired angel that comes later. Yeah, it might be me. But so Trump, I mean, him coming back a second time might not necessarily need to be mentioned. It could all be in that first angel reap. Maybe that's two terms. Yeah, and I can't. I need to check as well if that fits in this timeline. But I haven't done that. Sorry. Okay, that'll be all for now. I'm not going to sing a song. Don't think I like sometimes sing a song, and when I get the copyright infringement, I think, yeah, well, at least I did a good enough job to get the copyright. But then that probably doesn't help with the video. Anyway, ciao for now.